Hi, my name is Alex Carlucci. I'm going to talk to you about gaps in employment. We do gaps in employment all the time. So let's talk about the most typical one. If you have a few months off, let's say 3 or 4 months off, then you have to be back on the job for a month. If you're a week off, you could be right into the next job. So if you're 0 to 3 months, you don't need any required time back on the job. Like, they'll want to see a pay stub or two. If you're greater than 6 months on the off the job, then they're going to want you 6 months back on the job. They're also going to want to go prior to your gap of 6 months and show a 2-year employment history. So if you can't have a bunch of gaps after, before your gap. So if you have a 6-month gap and then you work for 4 months, and you have a 6-month gap and you work for 6 months gap, you're not going to be able to get a loan. They want to see consistency. So let's say you worked for 2 years at Coca-Cola and then you took 8 months off. Looking for a good job. Now you got a good job, and then you're 6 months back on. They're going to use that 6 months as saying, okay, that you've met that guideline, and they're going to go prior to that gap, and they're going to show a 2-year history of working consistently. You're going to be just fine. So keep that in mind. If you got more than 6 months off, you're going to need 6 months back on. If you got less than 6 months, it's usually just a month worth of pay stubs. Show that you're back on the job. You can't just say, I started yesterday, let's close my loan today. So at least a month of pay stubs to show you're back on the job. 3 to 6 months, they're going to demand consistency. They're going to start looking at a little scrutiny, but they'll still take 1 month worth of pay stub. But it's a little more scrutiny from 3 to 6. Obviously, if you take a week off in between jobs, it's no big deal. Everybody does it all the time. You don't go from job 1 to job 2 right away. So remember, it's the 6-month job gap that's the most important here. If you're off for 6 months, you got to be 6 months on, and we have to show 2 years prior. And that's it for job gaps. Give me a call anytime. My name is Alex Carlucci at 630-915-7550. And go to gustanshow.com to see some more blogs. Thank you.